Have I shown you my favorite fussy cutting technique? Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me. I need to give a huge shout out to my friend Brandy. She made me this shirt. It says, "You can't tell me what to do. You're not my grandbaby." So I thought it was super cute and just wanted to thank her. She said, "I better see you wearing it." So I'm wearing it. Um, Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite techniques for fussy cutting these big fun flowers on these papers, notably our Croptoberfest accessory paper pack, which you can only get in the customer bundle or if you check with your advisor. I like to give them as seat gifts, so just depends on what your advisor likes to do for Croptoberfest, but you can get them in the customer bundle, and it's pretty inexpensive this year. 36.50. It comes with the accessory paper pack, like I said, the Croptoberfest cardstock bundle, the mats, the embellishments, which you can only get in the bundle. I think that's it. That's what comes in the bundle. It's 36.50. I might be missing a piece or two. The part that's important is everyone loves these embellishments and they always sell out, and you can only get them in the bundle. So get your bundles. If you want the additional project recipe, again, that's something some advisors like to give as seat gifts at their events. I'm actually going to give those this year. So if you're coming to one of my events, don't buy a project recipe kit unless you want more than one, because you're going to get one at your seat. Which, by the way, also has a Zoom option at my Norwood event. So check those out right here. You can find all my events. Like I said, some have Zoom options. You can also find no longer available items, pre-made scrapbook pages like the one I'm going to make today, a link to my Creative Memories website where you can shop all the things I'm going to show you today, as well as information on joining my team. So it's $49 to join. They give you $50 to spend right away, however you like. You get a bundle of album and pages worth 70, and there's no pressure to sell to anyone or to ever order again for that matter. You just get 10% off on 10% commission on all your purchases. If you sell or buy more, your commission can go all the way up to 40%. The options are endless. However, this business would work in your life, it works. There's no pressure, and I'd love to have you. So let me know. Go here, click join the sisterhood. You can read all the benefits on being on my team. And then there's a little let's chat button you can click if you want to talk about what this might mean like for you. Okay, let's get to this layout. Okay, so let me show you what I'm talking about with these. This is the kind of paper I'm talking about, these big, fun flowers. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to make two borders basically for my layout. But we're going to have a little fun while we're doing it. So the first thing I need to do is I'm going to pick a flower. And I think this orange one right here is pretty fun. So this orange one is the one I'm going to pick. I want to cut up to it. So it looks like 1.75 inches is what I need. So I'm going to cut all the way down to it. And then I'm going to cut this other way to it. So now I have just this orange flower holding this paper together, okay? So then I'm going to get my scissors out. And I'm going to fussy cut this guy out just a little bit. This, like I said, this is my favorite thing to do with these big fun flowers. So I'm just going to fussy cut all the way around this guy. Now, I'm not a huge fan of fussy cutting, so I don't like to do a lot of it, but in this situation, I think it looks so fun. So just keep fussy cutting that orange flower out here. And we're just going to cut up to that line, that straight line. So that's what you get when you're done. And then I like these other flowers too, so I'm going to fussy cut them out. This purple one, we can make some fun embellishments out of these too. It's still super smoky here, although we have been getting rain and it's definitely getting cooler. So I'm hoping we're on the tail end of all of this fire business, but the smoke has really been bothering me. So I'm just fussy cutting around all the petals of these chrysanthemums. I'm sure you all are getting ready to adorn your porch with pumpkins and mums and just like me. That's what I'm planning. I tend to keep my 4th of July stuff up through like all summer just because, well, number one, we're not really here. So there's no one to really see any of it. But also, I don't know. I just think it should be celebrated more often or longer. Okay, so there's one little fussy cutted flower. I'm going to do this yellow one too, I think. And I'm going to do this to both of these pages, because I'm going to make 2 borders for my scrapbook layout. This yellow one's a little trickier because there's a leaf in it. There's quite a bit in it actually, because that one might not be as good. That purple one is definitely better for this. So I don't know if the yellow one will work. All right, so then I'm going to just cut this. Well, we're going to make photo mats out of this. So we'll just leave this for now. And let's do the other one. So the fun part about this accessory pack is you get 4 sheets of this. 2 have this purple on the back and 2 have this green on the back. So I like that with all the, like having all the flowers. All right, let's see. We did this orange flower. And I guess we could just do that one again. And what did we say? 1 3/4, I think. So I'm just going to cut to the orange flower, cut on either side of it. Fussy cut the orange flower out. I've done this a few times. I like calling this a bump out. I think there was a sunflower paper at one time that I loved doing this with. I just love flowers. And I hardly ever get to use them having 2 boys, but now we have Ren, so. And then the purple one I think works pretty good. And if you wanted to fussy cut some of the leaves out, you could. Like I said, this isn't my favorite chore, so I'm not going to be too crazy with what I want to fussy cut here. Hope all your kiddos are enjoying going back to school, if they are back already. Seems like they go back sooner and sooner every year. I think they should just go after Labor Day to Memorial Day. That just makes more sense to me. Okay, so there we go. So now we can put our scissors up. I'm going to build on these two purple pieces because I think they're pretty. I don't have pictures today. I don't know if I said that or not. We're going to plan for pictures though. That looks so good. And then this one I'm going to put in the top corner, obviously, because it won't fit the other way. Perfect. And I'm going to bump these guys up with some foam squares. We got to decide where we're going to put them. They're definitely going to have to go like right here, I think. Yeah. Since it has a flat edge, we'll put the flat edge right there. Little dimension there. Okay, I do have two of the mats that I know I wanted to use. And then I was thinking a bunch of little photos. So let's do, let's do 3.5 inch squared. Let's see how that would look in here. No, we're gonna have to do 3 inch. 3 inch squared. We need a couple of those. And I'm just going to stack these and cut some 3 inchers. So then your photos would be either 2.5 inches squared or 2 3/4, depending on how big you want your mat to be. I like a little mat. Okay. And I was thinking these would just go here, but perhaps they'll go down here. Or like that, kind of, maybe. We'll save those for something else. And then I think we need, let's do 3.5 by 5. A couple of those, maybe. Let's see what that looks like. Perfect. That turned out perfect. Oh yeah, I think that'll be fine. So we need some 3.5 by 5. See if I can get it out of this chunk. And then I have a nice big piece for later. I don't think we're gonna get there. Darn it. We'll just cut this. So in that case, I'll line this up at 3.5. I'm gonna put my housing, I can see the 6 on the ruler. That means my blade's at 5. So I'm gonna cut up from there. I'm gonna pull it out and rotate and flip my paper, line it up at the 5, and I'm just cutting from the cut line up, and then I have a nice big chunk to save. I think that looks pretty good. We just need to embellish a little. So let's tape all these down. Pretty quick little page. I think it goes a little quicker when I don't have pictures. Of course, that's a whole step you don't have to do, but I think I also overthink it a little bit when I have photos. So there's a tip. If you struggle with overthinking, just do photos later. So I believe, and I might have to do my research, so I'm not lying to you, but this accessory paper pack you can only get in the customer bundle. The embellishments, which I'm about to pull out, you can only get in the customer bundle. And I'm pretty sure the mats as well, which is where these came from, which I think they're super pretty. And you know how I like my mats because I like to save on paper. So this is fun. And look at the cute little, it's a great little title. So if you want all those things, you're going to have to get the customer bundle. Like I said, it's not very expensive. And this year, the project recipe is not included. And then, of course, we have a fun, beautiful fall themed album. And we also have the chrysanthemum punch, which is also super fun. I decided not to play with it today since we had these flowers that we were focusing on, but super cute. People are coming up with some really fun things with it. So that is an option, an add-on to your order. And if you register for my events, you can also pre-order your products. So let me know. Like I said, my Norwood event has Zoom options. Would love to have you. It's more fun with more people, that's for sure. But let's look at how pretty these are. I mean, look at this guy. I might pop him up on there. I think that's a great idea. And I don't think we need a whole lot of, oh, this one's even smaller. No, I like the bigger one. We don't need a whole lot of words since we have this fun title. But look at Rustic Charm, Falling for Fall, Fresh Cut. This is cute. Here's some little journal blocks, which might be fun. Title areas, maybe just one of them. We have some more flowers. I don't know if I want to use those. Look at these fun little wooden planks. Little basket of fall goodies. There's another big mum. I don't know. I need something kind of small, I think. Super cute. Oh, look at the wagon. I definitely want to put that there. I like this here, but maybe this should go here since we have the title. Super cute, guys. I love this. I feel like it needs more though. I just don't know which one. Something kind of smaller, I think, which I guess is this guy. How's that look? Let's get, so these are super cute, must have. So like I said, they're in the customer bundle. And I think that looks adorable. So I'm going to go ahead and tape it all down. I'm of course going to use some foam squares. Does this need something? I do have that. No, that's too much. Much too much. I'm guessing it's fine. I'm going to say it's fine. They're all kind of chunky. Foam square this guy up for sure. That's so cute. Foam square on this guy. Perfect. All right. I think we're going to call this page complete. Okay, I hope you liked that. I thought it was super fun, super cute, quick and easy. Love that technique with those fussy cutting flowers. Don't forget, you can go here, you can register for my events, you can pre-order what you want at your seat, or if you're joining on Zoom, I'll mail it to you. Um, and don't forget that you need the customer bundle so you can get those fun embellishments and the paper. Yeah, go here if you need more information. Thank you so much for liking, following, subscribing, sharing all the things, and I'll see you next time.